Welcome everybody to the 2018 IRF World Championships. My name's Tim Baghurst, joining you for this final match of the tournament. 8 days of incredible competition. Today, just jam-packed. We're way behind our schedule simply because the competition was so fierce. We've seen 2 tiebreakers in 3 matches, and we finish with our final match, men's doubles, USA, Mexico. What a great treat we have for you today. Of course, USA, represented by 2 legends of the sport, Sudsi Munchik on the left, Rocky Carson on the right. Let's not forget Mexico, 2 legends from that country, Alvaro Beltran on the right, Daniel De La Rosa on the left. You are about to see some of the fastest hands in racquetball between these 4. What a match we're about to have. Now's your opportunity to make predictions. I'm certainly not. Who knows the team that's going to win this one? The title of world champion. Beltran, the only one of these 4 to have won both singles and doubles at the world championship level. But Rocky Carson has won the singles for 5 consecutive world championships. Unbelievable dominance of the world championships from him. But here he is representing the United States in doubles. These players know each other very well indeed. Here we go. I encourage you to share this feed. This is going to be momentous. It could be legendary. We'll see. Beltran on the right for Mexico. De La Rosa on the left. Mexico to serve first. De La Rosa and Carson already asking for something. They're appealing that the ball hit the front camera cord. Both line judges disagree with the official. I think the correct call, both players or both teams were appealing that, so we'll have a replay. It was great offense from Munchik on the left side, but terrific defense from the Mexicans, forcing the error from Munchik. First point Mexico, 1-0. Beltran quite happy to go to the ceiling. Smart shot, but between the legs from De La Rosa. What hands, wow. Munchik not able to scurry across to the right side. 2 quick points for Mexico. No room here in the indoor club. Players, fans, coaches, everywhere as we watch this terrific matchup. Beltran, good cover from Carson, and Beltran doesn't get it on the left side. Side out for USA. Just a reminder in doubles, the team serving first only gets 1 server. After that, teams get 2 servers. 0-2. Let's see what Munchik comes up with for a drive serve. Blistering drive serve. De La Rosa wants a screen. Replay call, our official. Torres from Colombia, now living in Costa Rica as a coach. That time Munchik puts it down on the backhand. Oh my word. Skip from Munchik. Munchik taking the majority of these shots right now. The U.S. team and staff and friends and family all to my left. Mexico over to my right. Beltran with the big skip on the right side. Mexico started slow last night and then went on a tear, taking out Bolivia in the semifinal. USA defeating Canada in 2 straight games. 2 serving 2. Lots of ceiling balls in this match so far. Avoidable hinder call. The USA have 3 appeals per game, as do Mexico. They can appeal it. Munchik looking to, it looks like, Bobby Horn down at the bottom. No, it looks like a replay is the decision now. No, the call was avoidable. If it was avoidable, it looks like Beltran offers to replay that point. Great to see it in a final with so much at stake. Second serve coming up. You saw Munchik with his back to the wall. That's the only way you can stand in that small rectangle in order to receive a second serve. Standing facing forward, for example, would be a fault. A side out, excuse me. Smart shot, Munchik down the left side. Point for the USA, 3 serving 2.
Tough start. We knew this was going to be a battle to the very end. USA and Mexico, a lot of experience out on the court.
Good pickup, De La Rosa. Nope, 2 bounces called. That was close. Looks like the Americans, North Americans, USA, are playing front to back with Carson taking the front and Munchik the back. Mexico, more traditionally, De La Rosa on the left, Beltran on the right. What a rally. Oh my goodness. Oh, Carson skips it.
Such fast shooting from both teams. Skip from Carson. 2 serving 4 in game 1.
Beltran,
all the time in the world.
Shot. He's so smooth, Laura. He makes it look so easy, but that was a difficult shot to execute. Half out. 3 serving 4. Great. Oh, Beltran, I thought that made it.
Or serving 3.
There's the forehand of Beltran. Cracks it on the right side, half out. Good start to this match, Laura. We've seen a lot of good rallies. Back and forth we go.
So many great matches today. I wouldn't expect anything less from our men's doubles final. We're getting ready for lots of excitement and drama in this match.
Nobody home down the right side. That's the value of having a side-to-side partnership. You see the U.S. Carson is playing up front to cover the pinches. Why? Because both of these Mexican players can hit beautiful pinches. Munchik staying in the back. That'll be a replay. Munchik staying in the back, but it means that the sides are open. I say open, of course, these are very athletic athletes.
Right.
But Beltran was able to just go straight down the line because both tend to stay in the middle. Beltran getting all caught up. Second server, 3-4.
Half out Mexico.
Wow. What a shot. The crowd love it here. Sudzi Munchik on the left side just rips a winner.
Oh, pinch winner from Sudzi Munchik makes it 5-3 in game 1.
De La Rosa wins a shot. Second server. Behind the back, Munchik. That's a great wide angle from Beltran. We're seeing some quality shots here between these two teams. Wow.
Oh.
2 bounces called. Second server. Still at 3-5. 12, 13 minutes into this match, and we just go back and forth, back and forth. Both teams struggling to win points when they serve.
So much talent out there on the courts. These guys hitting it so hard, so powerful, and doing a really great job of covering. We've seen Carson and Munchik kind of swapping sides there. They do have good communication covering each other, whereas Beltran and De La Rosa, same thing, good communication from both teams. That's what we expect from our finalists.
Wow. Beltran. Beautiful splat winner. There's a point for Mexico. And another one, 5 serving 5.
Ties it up in our final. This is game 1. men's doubles fighting for the title of world champion.
Carson flying to the front of the court. I think a replay is going to be called. Let's just check to see what the decision is. Pretty sure it's a replay from our official Torres. What a great match so far. Of course, we've already had 3 matches. This is our final match today. Earlier, Martinez from Guatemala defeated Longoria from Mexico in a tiebreaker. Montoya from Mexico defeated Pratt from the United States of America in 2 straight games. And in our last match, women's doubles, Bolivia defeated Mexico in a tiebreaker. So far, winners for Mexico, Guatemala, and Bolivia.
Man, Sudzi just rips that serve. He's always been known for that tough drive serve.
Yeah, and if he can hit that crack on the left, just over the short serve line, you can see it looks like a little hole in the wall. If you hit that, it just kills the ball and dies. De La Rosa with a skip. He has to avoid those.
You know, you mentioned so far that in every final we've had a different winner, right? Guatemala for the women's singles, Mexico for the men's singles, Bolivia for the women's doubles. It would be really interesting to see USA win, just because then we would have 4 different winners. Of course, I'm going to say as non-biased as possible, because Mexico is such a powerhouse and they are, you know, known for being such a strength in racquetball too. We know anything could happen.
We're having an appeal. Line judges, 1 agrees, 1 disagrees, I think, for the short serve. So Mexico lose an appeal. 7-5, USA lead. Wow, Munchik, beautiful. Look how low he got to hit that. His hands and arm are so quick. He just reacts like lightning. Unbelievable.
Like lightning, I like it, Tim.
We saw yesterday when Mexico played Bolivia, De La Rosa really took over the match. Beltran a lot calmer, not making mistakes. Mistake that time from Munchik on the left side. Carson to serve. De La Rosa, let's see if he can get going. He was hitting some amazing shots yesterday. Another skip.
Now we saw that again. Good communication from Mexico as these guys kind of flip-flop sides.
Oh my goodness, Carson.
Oh, that
There'll
one.
be an appeal. I mean, he was sandwiched between the 2 Mexicans.
Let's take a look back at that.
Look at that.
Yeah, got a Carson sandwich there. That's the tough thing, especially when we get up to men's doubles, right? Just because men kind of take up that much more space and there's that many more bodies on the court when we're dealing with doubles. We saw that a lot in that quarterfinal where USA played Bolivia. It was just like a real big battle for court space.
We've had a lot of matches here over the last 8 days. Terrific entertainment. We stream so many. Of course, we'd love to stream them all, Laura, right? But we have matches starting at 9 a.m. and extending through about 7, 8 p.m. in the evening. Great effort from all of the staff here to keep everybody on track, to keep everybody on the courts. We have 6 courts here in the indoor club in San Jose, Costa Rica. Our thanks to the Costa Rican Federation for hosting this. 8-5. USA with 2 servers. Wow.
Oh, man. No problem for De La Rosa. Not only could you hear a pin drop in here, but he looked so calm waiting for that ball to come into that perfect position.
Yeah, you can't do it any better. That was perfect. Beltran. Well, he's hit some tremendous winners, Munchik, but he's also skipped a few. Carson seems to be the one quieter, just keeping the ball alive. Looks like Mexico are going to take a timeout. Good idea, Laura, I think. They got the serve back, right? They haven't been able to win points. Maybe they need to talk about what serves they want to hit. Suddenly the crowd rise. Everybody starts offering an opinion about what they think and what's going to happen next.
I think they're stretching too. We see a lot of self-fanning happening. It's a full crowd, a full house here, and it's pretty warm in Costa Rica, as we see. You know, these guys leaving a lot of sweat out there on the court. Everybody's working hard, even the audience.
Right, and we've been here 5.5 hours, and we're only beginning match number 4. Shows you how competitive these teams are and these individuals are as we went through the quarterfinals, semis, and finals over the last 3 days. Great entertainment, great drama, such competition.
Yeah, we're so fortunate to be able to see matches at this high level. These are the finalists. These are the best in the world. There are 18 countries that came out to compete for this World Championship title. There are 4 titles to be won. Gabriela Martinez already winning the women's singles. Rodrigo Montoya winning from Mexico the men's singles. And Bolivia, Yasmin Sabja and her teammate winning for Bolivia. Valeria Centella.
Oh, Beltran, what a get. Oh, my word, no way. And Carson, with the little fist pump, showed his composure, shows his control, and knowing he's been here before, incredible hands from Beltran on his knees just to keep the ball alive. What a rally.
Love seeing that type of play at the front too, because some players just don't know what to do with that ball, and Carson just had the right soft touch on that. We've talked about how hard it is to practice that, and I think a lot of it just comes from experience and repetition and, like you said, being smart.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about some of the greatest players of all time on the court. De La Rosa is still making a name for himself. Younger than the other 3. The other 3 have seen each other so many times over the years. Let's see what Carson does this time. Wide angle. Nobody home in the back. Side out. 8-5. 8-5. Credit Beltran keeping his composure. Munchik, great diving retrieval. Beltran snaps it back right at him. Second server.
Skip ball. You can hear Monchik calling out easy, a little bit of self-talk. So it's 8-5 here. A lot of squeaks as those guys wiping down the court. This is the last match of the day. It's the men's doubles finals. We had on the women's doubles side Bolivia winning the title. That's a new world champion. Men's new world champion is Rodrigo Montoya from Mexico, and women's world champion is Gabriela Martinez from Guatemala. Tough rally, a long one. Oh, and a skip as Monchik went for that pinch. He looks very frustrated right now. It's tough when there's so many shots in that rally. You definitely don't want to be the one to skip it. Oh, flat rollout. Yep. Mexico will appeal. They think it's a skip. Oh, and the referees overturned.
The value of appeals, the value of line judges. 7 serving 8. It was 5-8. These players hitting a number, so many shots in each rally. Smooth from De La Rosa, showing his hands. That was beautiful.
Well, we have a tied game now, right now, 8-8.
That time Carson tried to guide it into the left side. Little too low. Suddenly, Mexico take the lead. It was 5 serving 8. Now it's 9 serving 8. USA might want to think of a timeout. First time Bolivia lead since the beginning. Excuse me, Mexico. Beltran with another flat rollout. My fault, says Carson to his partner.
Ripping backhand from Monchik. Again, soft touch from Carson, but he just gets the right angle on that. You saw Beltran and De La Rosa were anticipating that, but he just had that really nice angle.
It was perfect.
Look at this. You see Beltran get ready, De La Rosa read it, and it's just right out of reach.
Well, the officials can request that players change their shirt at any point during a match. We might see this soon. It's not a timeout, it's just an official's timeout, such as when they ask for a rules clarification, something of that nature. Here we go. Another terrific rally. Beltran behind the back.
Nice.
Carson through the legs. Beltran skips it.
A lot of energy there from Carson as he tries to keep things pumped up for USA. Look at this beautiful behind the back from Beltran. And Carson answers with a between the legs. Skip from Beltran, side out.
USA just checking for the number of timeouts they have available. USA do take their timeout just to catch up with the matches that went on earlier today. Guatemala defeated Mexico in women's singles. Martinez over Longoria. In men's doubles, Mexico defeated the USA. That was Montoya over Pratt. In women's doubles, Bolivia defeated Mexico in a tiebreaker. That was Sabja and Centellas over Herrera and Mejia. And of course, you're watching the final match of this tournament. It's 8 serving 10, USA serving. First server. Thanks to all of you who've watched this feed and have streamed it throughout the week. We've really enjoyed providing this coverage, but also sharing racquetball with new fans. We've had new followers. We've had inquiries about developing racquetball in other countries. If that's of interest to you, if you live in a country that doesn't have racquetball, or you want to help even host an IRF event, please do contact us either through Facebook or on our website. I'm sure Osvaldo Maggi and the executive committee would love to talk with you about that.
We're back with USA calling that timeout as they stepped into the service box. Sudzi Monchik is the first server for USA. USA down 2 points right now in game one. It's 8 serving 10. They'll replay that. Wow. That's a point for USA. It was so fast and so hard to see, but that's a rollout. 9-10.
Interesting change in strategy since the timeout. Monchik attacking the backhand of Beltran, going down the middle. 10-10. Excellent defense from De La Rosa. I love the Z shot up near the front when you are struggling to return the ball. Flick it up to the corner, it bounces across, and you can see how effective it was in that situation.
10-10 right now in game one.
Oh, De La Rosa. Terrific athleticism. Almost got it, but it was just too good.
He is doing a good job of trying to anticipate these pinches. It's so hard. He's just one step away. Now this puts USA up 11-10 in game one. We expected this to be a really close final match. Mexico, Alvaro Beltran and Daniel De La Rosa defending the title in 2016. Mexico won this event. It was Alvaro Beltran and Javier Moreno who took that title, so they are defending their world championship today. Crowd giving it up for Francesco, who has been doing a fantastic job of keeping these courts clean all weekend. Dry. We want dry courts. Funny story about this club here at San Jose Indoor Club. When it was originally built, it was supposed to be all squash courts. And they became racquetball courts. I'm hearing conflicting reports now that we have poor information, but I think it's a good story. And I'm sticking with it.
Carson. Jammed. De La Rosa did Monchik. 12 serving 10 USA. Mexico have hit a lot of ceiling balls in this match so far.
Ace serve from Rocky Carson. Kind of took a funky crack bounce there, and De La Rosa couldn't keep up with it. 13-10.
I mentioned that little hole in the wall earlier today. If you hit it, the ball just does something very different. Timeout Mexico, again a good timeout. It's their second and final timeout. USA took one, and they've gone on a nice run since then. Of course, these players are fighting for a team title as well. There's an overall team competition, a men's team competition, and a women's team competition. Based on my calculations, which aren't official by any stretch, Mexico have won the women's competition. I think they've won the overall competition, but in the men's division, I think it comes down to this match. Montoya defeated Pratt earlier today, but Horn lost in the semis. Some wolf whistles going on as players change their shirts. Good to see some levity in these matches, Laura. Tense moment, but there's also some humor. But Horn lost in the semis, De La Rosa in the quarters. So advantage USA. If USA win this match, then they will be the men's team champions. If Mexico win it, then they will claim it. So our official did ask the players to change shirts. We're back in. 13 serving 10, second server. USA seem to have gotten better and better in doubles this week. Of course, they played together at the U.S. Nationals. They've really only played together, 6-8 times. A few more this week. And they seem to have developed a great rapport. Okay. Hold on, we got a little drama. Munchik running to the left, but the ball was in the middle. This will be an interesting decision. Replay was the call. Both line judges disagree. 14 serving 10. Match point. De La Rosa will appeal this. He felt Munchik was in the way. Both line judges agree with the official. So first game goes to USA. 15-10. Hold on, we're not done. De La Rosa. No, he wanted to appeal some, I don't know. Either way, U.S. take the first game 15-10, Laura.
I mean, this is why we talk about a little bit of drama, right? We know we have plenty of excitement, but this is tough here when you're at the end and it's the World Championship. We'll be back with more, so don't go anywhere.
The Gearbox leather sticks to my hand like it is my skin.
The best feeling in the world. You pull that thing out of the package and you can kind of just feel it still molded into the way they packaged it.
It's honestly one of the best feelings ever. You put the new glove and you're like, I got this. It's so light and so comfortable that I feel like I'm playing with my bare hand.
The grip is a lot better, so I love having new gloves.
What's the Olympic dream? The Olympic dream is hard work, it's dedication, drive, and discipline. But it's also what you can't see. It's what's happening behind the scenes. Training our referees, executing anti-doping programs, and it's all of us coming together as a sport. The future of racquetball is the 2028 Olympics. You can pursue the Olympic dream with a donation to the International Racquetball Federation. Go to internationalracquetball.com and pursue the Olympic dream today. What's the Olympic dream?
We're back in the doubles final. Sudzi Monchik will serve for USA. Screen serve, he called, so it'll be a second serve. USA winning game 1, 15-10. Let's see what happens here in game 2.
Well, Laura, it was a really heated end to game 1. We'd seen not too much drama, it has to be said, up to that point. And then all of a sudden we had some appeals, we had some arguments. Probably a good time to finish that game to allow the players to calm down and refocus on what they need to do, which is execute their shots for their team. That's what De La Rosa needs to do. He didn't have many of those in game 1. Yesterday, he was on fire against Bolivia. We'll see if he tries to take over this match. Beltran, great dig. Carson, backhand pinch winner. Trademark fist pump.
Yeah, I like to see that kind of intensity from Carson. Really doing a good job, too, of owning that front court for USA.
I believe bodybuilders call it the most muscular pose.
Good coverage.
What a rally.
Nice.
So smooth from all those players. Great shot in the end from De La Rosa. 1 serving 0.
De La Rosa serving for Mexico.
Great pickup, De La Rosa. Carson. And again, De La Rosa.
Tough rally, nobody's putting it down.
That time, Beltran, you can hear what he thinks about that. Great defense from Team Mexico, staying in the point, one sealing ball after a time until Beltran had his chance, went down the right side, another point 2-0. Carson, what will he do? Shifts over to take that on his forehand. Flat rolls it. Very animated is Carson right now. It's been great fun here in San Jose, Costa Rica. Wonderful seeing so many people coming and competing for their country. 18 countries, sure, some of them won't be world champions, but they still come and compete very hard and, you know, play with the country on their back with pride. And it's really been great to see such color and such enthusiasm from all around the world.
Good coverage from USA, and Beltran puts it down.
I love it from Beltran. He ran up and took it early. Very difficult to execute, but it ends the rally. No more discussion. Second server, Carson to serve. Carson earns a point. 1 serving 2. Great competition from these 4. We're seeing racquetball at its very best. Power, control, precision, great intensity also. That was loose from Beltran, and Munchik will want that one back. It was almost too easy. Side out Mexico. 2-1, 2-1. Beltran attacking that ball. Another point for Mexico. Played a lot of defense in this first game, Laura. They're trying to be a little more aggressive now.
Couple quick points here. 4-1 for Mexico.
So here's a controversial call.
Yeah, we can hear some of the chatter too from the audience. Go ahead, Tim.
Well, they're saying the ball hit Beltran before it bounced twice.
Which it happened so fast. It looked like he didn't hit it. I think he did.
Yeah. Well, USA can appeal.
Looks like they will appeal.
Well, one line judge agrees. You can see the expression of Munchik. One line judge agrees and one says, I couldn't see. USA will have to regroup after this.
Yes.
There's a lot of conversation going. The call's been made, Laura. The official made his decision. They appealed. The line judges gave their decision. Okay, let's move on.
Right.
Let's keep the match going.
You have to go on, and I have to give credit to the women's teams. Both Mexico and Bolivia did a great job of that. Once the appeal was over and the call was made, finalized, they just moved on.
What a get from Carson. Oh, wow, you can see the U.S. are upset. I think that this will be overturned. And it is overturned.
Wow. We'll take a look back here at that.
In many respects, the U.S. got away with it because Beltran was going down the left side and would have probably won that point. He was still playing. Wow. It was pretty calm through game 1 until the very end, and now we're seeing all kinds of drama on the court. 50 minutes into this match, it's 5-1 Mexico.
This is why I love, though, these international events put on by the IRF when you do get line judges. It does just add something, not only for the players, but for the referee. It adds another layer here. It adds more eyeballs, and it adds some excitement for us watching.
Well, U.S. are appealing for a court hinder off the ceiling. No call from our official Torres. Again, the U.S. can appeal, but it's a point for Mexico. Well, USA is frustrated because Torres didn't make a call. If the official doesn't make a call, keep playing. Then appeal afterwards, right? Because maybe the U.S. would have won that rally, and then they wouldn't appeal. But the U.S. lose another appeal. They have 3 appeals. They've used 2. This is a situation where unless they are absolutely certain, Laura, don't use that appeal because you need to keep it just in case it happens at a situation like game point. Great pickup from Carson. Another terrific rally. Ends with a replay.
Man, these guys are so fast and they hit that ball so hard. Such fun racquetball to be watching right now in our World Championship doubles final. Skip from Monchik. Another point for for Mexico. Mexico leading now 7-1. Remember, USA won game 1 15-10. Mexico with a good lead right now in game 1.
Well, we saw head coach Dave Ellis go across our screen. I think he went to get the director of officials. The director of officials isn't going to change the head official's call in the match. He's there for rules clarifications, etc. Half out. Good shot. Munchik down the left side. It's still 7-1.
Daniel De La Rosa serving.
As I like to say, I mean, we're at the end of this championships. It's the last day. We've been here for many hours today, and it looks like we're cranking up the crazy, as I like to say. What drama we have for you in this doubles match. Wow. Laura, this is so much fun.
Slowing it down with some ceiling balls. Who's going to strike first?
Wow.
De La Rosa.
Wow. De La Rosa.
Look at how that patience pays off, right? Both players deciding we're going to play the ceiling and see who's going to go ahead. Are you going to shoot or not? De La Rosa took it, scores a point, makes it 8-1.
Well, I'd like to see USA take a timeout. They have 2 available. De La Rosa and Beltran seem to be in control of their emotions right now. They seem to be the ones earning the points when they serve. That was a really, really long rally. Some terrific defense from both teams until De La Rosa with the strike. Such talent on display here at the World Championships. Beltran, forehand pinch winner. Another point, 9-1 Mexico. Side out. De La Rosa with the skip. This is intense. the crowd around us. I mean, there's no room. We're surrounded up in the stands. Very hot and humid here in San Jose. Physically draining for these players, hitting so many balls just to win a point. What hands from De La Rosa. Oh my gosh, Beltran. Soft touch.
Let's take a look back at that soft
See,
touch.
Laura, why he is a current world champion in doubles. He has such great hands and then does something with the shot. Most people maybe pop that up to the ceiling. He says, no, I can finish this point.
That's
terrific.
why watching Beltran is one of my favorite people to watch, because he has such a wealth of knowledge out there on the court. He can hit hard, he can hit soft, he hits those angles, and he has a great attitude all around. Defense from Mexico.
Carson. Oh, De La Rosa saw it coming. Not quite. That's what the USA need, is more points. 2 serving 9. Yeah, you mentioned De La Rosa earlier before his match. He was getting some treatment on his back, and I walked past and he's like, don't show any of these photos. You know, he really enjoys interacting with the crowd and the fans. He's very, very popular around the world, and he's also a terrific, terrific player, highly successful at the international level.
Yes, and that treatment was definitely on the lowest part of his back.
Too much information, Laura. You went too far.
I've seen the evidence. 2 serving 9 in game 2. Point for USA. 3-9.
My goodness. It's a crack from Munchik. Four serving 9, 3 points for the United States. Great effort from De La Rosa.
Five, 9. USA doing a good job here of scoring a couple points and trying to close that gap now. That lead that Mexico had pretty early in game 2.
Yeah, they seem to have forgotten some of the drama that we had earlier in the match or in this game, and have kind of really focused on what they need to do, which is executing shots. It is second server. We do see doubles. It's a game of runs because both players have opportunities to serve. So instead of seeing maybe 1 or 2 points, sometimes you can see 3, 4, 5 points being scored before an exchange. We're seeing that here with the U.S. It's 5 serving 9. But look at a change in the USA strategy. You can see Carson over on the left side. Why? Because he has his favorite Z serve, which goes over into this left corner. Well, we'll find out. Skip was the call.
I love to watch how this momentum changes back and forth, right? We saw Mexico really on top of it early in game 2, and now the momentum is on the USA side, and I think that's why Mexico is calling the timeout. They want to slow things down and getting back some control.
Yeah, good timeout for Mexico. 5 points in a row for USA. Just to change the momentum, slow things down. Time has a habit of doing that. That's why we see a team who might, or an individual who might win the first game convincingly and then lose the second game. How does that happen? Well, time happens, and it causes players' skills, their effort, mental focus to fluctuate. And so that's what the value of a timeout can do. We'll see if it works for Mexico. They just need a side out here.
Great crowd here at the courts in San Jose Indoor Club for our World Championships. Gotta say, Costa Rica does a great job of turning up for events like this. We saw that at the 2017 Pan Ams. You know, you would expect they would definitely be here when Costa Rica's here, and that's when they're the loudest, but we've seen them showing up all day today. You should have heard them in the women's doubles match chanting for Bolivia. Just a great energy here. We'd like to thank the Costa Rican Racquetball Association for bringing the IRF World Championships to Costa Rica.
And the IRF hosts events around the world. If you have 5 or more courts, you could host an IRF event. Do contact us. We can get more information. Here we go. 6-9. Beltran just flat stopped.
But did you see what he was holding up for? Or did he and Carson kind of get pinned there? Let's see. He's appealing.
Yeah, I'm not really sure, and I couldn't hear what the appeal was. Hinder for contact. One agrees, one disagrees. Call stands. Mexico lose an appeal. Well, this is good to see. USA are playing it again. Kudos to them. Mexico did it in game number 1, Laura. It's nice to see USA doing it in game number 2.
Yes.
So my question, Laura, this is an interesting rules question. I can ask Gustavo Ferrer later. USA overturned the official, right?
Right.
It was a replay. Therefore, should Mexico lose an appeal? Because they appealed first and then the USA overturned it. So...
Oh, like out of sportsmanship. Well,
because the official, when you go in and actually referee the match, you say if you know your opponent, you can appeal to your opponent, and if the opponent overturns the call, then I'm overturned, right?
You know, but my thinking on that is no matter what, they were going to use that appeal whether or not USA wanted to be good sports about it or not. USA showed good sportsmanship, appeal is still used. But we'll find out. Keep us updated, Tim.
Second server, we're just clearing the hour mark. 9-7 Mexico. Wow. You have to be here to see this. Oh my gosh, De La Rosa. Replays the call. De La Rosa looked clear, and I think maybe Munchik was going to hit a splat or something like that. It looked like he had down the line and cross court.
9 serving, 7. De La Rosa serving. Mexico saying, look for that encroachment. Carson was over. Not sure. I wasn't looking for it. I didn't see.
Well, we've got another appeal. I love watching the expressions of these guys
For
when
sure.
they appeal. Some of them who are appealing are very dramatic, and the others who are waiting for the appeal are putting on a little show as well.
Take a look back here.
Yeah.
Yeah, his foot is over that line.
I can't hear what's being said. It's very quiet. It's very quiet, and I'm trying to hear, but I just can't from where we are. There's plenty of crowd in front of us. Now Beltran wants a discussion.
Everybody has an opinion here. Well, I mean, and it's tough. It's
Oh
you.
my gosh. Let's just play, people.
Yeah, I think everyone in the crowd and everyone watching at home is in agreement. Whoa, I don't know why he served that. The ref didn't call the serve. Monchik wanted to say something about it, but since they won the point, oh, this is crazy.
One disagrees, one agrees. I'm afraid I can't explain what's going on. I think we just need to move on, and I think this is where our official Torres, I think he gave a warning to Carson. This is where the referee has to control these 4 players because it's getting a little crazy. You know, he can award technicals for behavior, unsportsmanlike conduct.
Oh my.
He's not going to get a call. It just came off the glass, and Monchik, I think, missed it. I didn't see it, said Monchik.
Let's take a look back here on our cameras at the shot that we have.
Yeah, it was just off the glass. I mean, there's a lot of people obviously behind the screen, and it's hard to pick up balls. Let's just get on with the match. These guys were competing very hard. Motion from De La Rosa, side out 9-7. We've been at this score for a while. Wow, that's unbelievable from Beltran. Flick of the wrist. Forehand reverse pinch winner, executed exceptionally. Wow, what a shot. It's astonishing, Laura, to see some of the shots these players make. They have such quick hands. They're so athletic. The ball travels so quickly. It's humid. We're at altitude. We're using the Gearbox black ball here. We'd also like to say thank you to Gearbox for their sponsorship of the IRF. They're the official ball of the International Racquetball Federation. E-Force, the official racket. We thank you for their support. What you're seeing is our official Torres just asking the crowd to calm down. De La Rosa digs it off the back wall. Beltran did so well to stay out of the way. Monchik skips it for a point. 11-7 Mexico.
We knew that this was going to be a high-intensity match. Of course, we wouldn't expect that. We wouldn't expect anything less from our finals. But we have a lot of experience out here on the courts, and we know that these guys are going to be fighting for everything, whether it's diving on the floor, hitting hard balls, or trying to argue their way to get their point.
Second server, 11-7. I'm not sure what Carson was doing there. Interesting change of strategy. Look how Carson stands in the front. Just skipped. Beltran through the legs. Almost a pinch winner.
7 serving 11 in game 2. USA winning game 1, 15-10. Monchik asking how many timeouts USA has.
USA are going to take their first timeout. You could see Monchik, he was asking how many timeouts he has. The reason is you can't take a timeout or call a timeout when there's none available. That's a delay of game. It's considered a delay of game, and it's a technical -1 point. The correct way to do it is what you saw. If you're not sure, can you tell me how many timeouts I have? In this case, the USA have 2. Great contingent of officials here for the IRF. from many countries, putting in many hours, supporting racquetball. I appreciate all of them who have traveled from around the world to do this officiating. Laura, I think we have to credit the referees that it's easy from where we stand making judgments from home or wherever everybody's watching. It's really, really hard when you're down there sweating for 2.5 hours. We've seen matches go on, having to make the right call every time. It's so difficult, especially when you're seeing some of these guys who are just so fast.
Sounds like the referees are definitely under some pressure, and I agree with you. One thing to note also for those of you watching at home, maybe unfamiliar with some of this international back and forth, is that a referee cannot ref their own country.
Correct.
So our referees cannot be from USA or Mexico in this case. Adds another element coming to these events, and I think that does speak to the fair playness too. I like now that in these later rounds, we've seen since the quarterfinals, we've had the option of line judges. That was an option in the quarterfinals. We saw a lot of players request it, and then throughout the semis and the finals, we've had the line judges here.
Here we go, 7-11, first server. Well, it looks like Carson got hit by Munchik. Both of them were going for the same ball. Munchik is asking for a call on the wire. You see the wire in the middle of the court that goes to our camera. If it hits it, that's a replay. It doesn't very often. Munchik with a beautiful kill shot. A point for USA, 8-11. The easiest one, Carson. De La Rosa hit 2 good shots. His third wasn't that great. Carson in the middle, buries it into the floor. Side out, 11-8, 4 points away from a tiebreaker. We've already had 2 out of the 3 matches today. Will we get a 4th?
That was pretty sick from Sudzi Monchik. Referee calls it good. Mexico thinks it skipped.
So our official said it was a good shot. Mexico, as you can see, are appealing, saying it was skipped. Both line judges disagree. Call is overturned. Just waiting while he fixes the scoreboard. We're good. It's 12 serving 8. Wow, Beltran again. Munchik's backhand wasn't bad, but Beltran's was better. He's really playing more aggressively in the second game. Both of the Mexicans are really attacking more. We see them go to the ceiling a lot. The gearbox black ball really helps with the ceiling balls. You actually have to swing. I'm not sure what De La Rosa is appealing. Play continues. Ball goes out.
Oh, it's
it
sailing
bounced,
away.
so it will be a replay. If it goes straight out from a racket, then it's a loss of rally.
So a replay, Alvaro Beltran will serve for Mexico. 13-8 in game 2.
This is getting really tight. You can feel it in the crowd.
Oh, thought that was good. Nope, skipped.
Skip ball.
Skip ball. Okay, so when it hits in the floor, it's a skip. No, I'm just kidding. It's so fast, though. I didn't hear that it sounded like a skip. I apologize.
Oh, look at the expression on Rocky Carson's face. The fist bumps. A beautiful winner. Side out USA. 8-13. Back and forth we go in this second game. A Munchik special. Keep that one for the highlight reel. It's a point for USA. Beltran says I can do something special too. Great shots from these two. Credit Carson. He looks over to Beltran. Good shot, he says. Really smart shot from Beltran, straight down the line. Carson looking for it, but it wasn't returned. Side out, 13-9.
Another timeout on the court.
What a fun match to finish this World Championships. Of course, don't forget 2 more tournaments the IRF are involved in. We'll talk about those very quickly, but also recognize the IRF has been involved in multiple events already this year. The Pan Am Championships, which we streamed, Laura, down in Temuco, Chile. And then also the Bolivarianos, the South American Games, the Central American Caribbean Games, all multi-sport events that included racquetball. We'll also have the Pan Am Games next year and the World Games in 2021. It's great that racquetball is in these big events.
And we're making that push to get racquetball in the 2028 Olympics too. That's something that, racquetball's been working towards for a long time. There's a lot that happens behind the scenes. For those of you that want to help racquetball get into the Olympics and continue to make this headway as a big sport, you can make a donation at internationalracquetball.com. Click on donate and help support and pursue the dream of getting racquetball in the Olympics.
And I know it's been talked about for many years, right, whether racquetball will be in the Olympics, but LA has an opportunity to choose sports for this particular Olympics. Racquetball is definitely a possibility. Here we go, 13-9. Sounds like a broken ball. Determined by squeezing it. Can't hit the ball after the rally, otherwise the previous rally stands. Rules are on our website, internationalracquetball.com. There will be a wet ball call. I think it's a good call. You saw the ball just speed up as it hit the floor.
USA winning game one 15-10. Mexico now leading 13-9, looking to take this to a tiebreaker. Just rolling back through our day and the previous world champions that have already been won. It was Gabriela Martinez winning for Guatemala in the women's singles. Rodrigo Montoya from Mexico winning in the men's singles, and Bolivia winning in women's doubles.
Wow. So smooth. Beltran runs up. I got this, he says, and rips it for a winner.
Game point now for Mexico.
(14-9). Beltran, this is his trademark serve. Looks like we will have another appeal. They have one remaining. Beltran wants to come out. Game goes to Mexico, Laura. We finished game one in a controversial fashion. We finished game two in a controversial fashion. Tiebreaker, first to 11. We'll be back very shortly.
The gearbox leather sticks to my hand like it is my skin.
The best feeling in the world. You pull that thing out of the package and you can kind of just feel it still molded into the way they packaged it.
It's honestly one of the best feelings ever. You put the new glove and you're like, I got this. It's so light and so like comfortable that I feel like I'm playing with my bare hand.
The grip is a lot better, so I love having new gloves.
Welcome back, everyone. This is the finals of our doubles men's world championship. Team Mexico winning game two 15-9. USA winning game one 15-10, which means we are now in the tiebreaker, which is first to 11, win by one. Mexico is here defending their title from 2016. It was Álvaro Beltran and Javier Moreno that won that back in 2016. Now Beltran is partnered with De La Rosa, who is doing a great job supporting Mexico right now. On the USA side, we have Rocky Carson playing on the right side, who has won the singles title every year since 2008. This year, every time we played the World Championship, which is every other year, he did not play singles this year, so Rodrigo Montoya is the new world champion. And Carson is playing with teammate Suzy Monchik, who we haven't seen on the USA team since 1995.
Mexico serving first. they actually have the option to receive first. The team with the most points from the two games, they had 25. USA had 24. Why would a team elect to serve first or receive first? Well, there's only one server at the beginning of a game. So in this case, it's Beltran. Once he loses the rally, then USA get to serve. Rarely see that happen, though. Typically, the team with the most points serves first. Should be a replay.
Yeah, replay due to its screen.
Or I can't tell you how packed it is in here. We have people looking through windows. We have people standing on chairs just to see above the people looking through windows. It's fantastic. So much fun to see so many people loving this sport.
Yeah, Costa Rica really loves their racquetball. I'd like to thank them for hosting this event. Oh, that ball. Pegging Beltran right in the back.
Side out is the call, and I think it's the correct one. Beltran, of course, doesn't like it, but he's not going to appeal. He was right in Munchik's way.
Filling out our crowd, we also see a lot of the teams that were here participating in the World Championship, including Ireland, Costa Rica, Argentina, Chile. It's a great crowd here.
What a get!
Oh, diving set!
That's something special. Wow.
Winning diving get at that.
Wow. These athletes are astonishing sometimes. Look at that. Diving to his right, guiding the ball into the front wall.
Rocky
Amazing.
Carson is such a phenomenal athlete. You'll see him a lot playing outdoor as well. And for those of you who may not know, Carson is also a really big surfer. We were talking with him earlier during some of the downtime here, and he said, you know, I think if the beach was any closer, he would have been at the beach here in Costa Rica surfing.
Wow. Yesterday we saw Roland Keller skip the serve twice in his semifinal, once on game point. A serve from Carson, miscommunication between De La Rosa and Beltran. Good cover from Munchik on the right side.
Oh, wow.
Just flat rolls it. Terrific from the Mexican. Well, we've got a second. Just to remind, if you haven't liked the IRF on Facebook, please do. Follow our page. You get notified when we go live. And also on our YouTube channel. We'll put these matches up after the tournament. If you subscribe, you'll get notified.
Munchik keeps it alive. Good defense from Carson. Oh, and overpowered there by Carson. Half out for Mexico.
Well, Laura, we said at the beginning of this match, it had the potential to be a classic. I think it's turning into one. There will be an appeal for a wet ball on the left side. Mexico have already lost an appeal. Oh no, I think Torres has given the wet ball. So no appeal necessary. It did look like it from this angle. Very hot and humid here in San Jose, Costa Rica. Excellent
Monchik
serve. De La Rosa.
climbing the wall.
Beltran, though, did you see that? We could take a highlight reel of most of this match. These guys are tremendous.
Tied up 2-2.
What a get, De La Rosa. Monchik
Skips it.
So close.
Another point for Mexico, 3-2.
Well, I mentioned the tournaments we have been in this year. Many tournaments, actually. This is our 5th, or at least the IRF has been involved in, and there's 2 more. World Seniors in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I think it will be capped this year. We've seen increasing numbers over the last 2 or 3 years, run by IRF Hall of Famer Gary Mazeroff. Great event, so many matches you get to play in a round-robin format. It's in 10 days' time. If you're 35 or over, consider signing up. De La Rosa again. Beautiful shot, 4-2.
Remember, this is our tiebreaker. USA winning game 1, 15-10. Mexico winning game 2, 15-9. This one, the tiebreaker, is first to 11. Oh, beautiful from De La Rosa.
All 4 of these players are medalists of some kind in international events. They've been here before. They've been in the big moments. They've won gold medals. They're now looking to become world champions, either for the first time or again.
Skip ball. 6-2 for Mexico.
No timeout from the U.S. 5 points away are Mexico from this title. De La Rosa sticking with this lob. This time held up by Monchik. Good call. And another skip. Surely a timeout. Indeed, we do have one. So we have the World Seniors coming up in about 10 days' time, Laura. If you're over 35, last year we saw 2 95-year-olds competing for a senior world title. That was amazing to watch if you were there. Let's also mention the Junior World Championships. They're held in November 3rd through 10th this year in San Luis Potosí. We've been there before. Incredible facility. We're going to see some terrific action. For many of these people, or many of these players will become world champions one day. And we've seen that. Montoya, for example, winning the Junior Worlds in 2015. A few years later, he's now a world champion at the adult level. Interesting statistic for you, based on my knowledge anyway. No world champion has, let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
Every world champion has won a junior world championship across the years. I mean, we're talking 30 years.
That's good info, Tim.
I was screened, said Carson. But another point for Mexico, 8 serving 2. De La Rosa. What a get.
Nice get.
Oh my word, De La Rosa again. Look at Carson pushing De La Rosa out the way. What a rally. Oh, that's terrific from Beltran. Did Monchik get it?
That was so tough.
I didn't think he did.
I didn't think he did in time. And that ball did make the front wall, but I'm not sure if it bounced first. I think it was 2 bounces. Yeah, maybe 4 bounces.
Carson was very dramatic. It's 9-2. 2 points away, Mexico. De La Rosa will shoot this. Monchik. What a rally again.
That ball so jumping out so close to the front.
It was a great rally. You didn't want to see it in that way. Terrific effort from all these players on the court. Incredible.
Bounced out so far there.
Well, I think, okay, so Carson is appealing a wet ball on the right side. Let's see what the line judges decide. Our official says there was no wet ball. Now's your chance to make the predictions. One does not see, one agrees. Call stands. Here we go, Laura. Match point number 1. They need one more point. 10 serving 2. Chance to become doubles world champions. Here we go. It's a great serve.
Man.
It's an ace serve from De La Rosa. Wow. What a match between these 4 great competitors. Terrific entertainment, Laura. It's been a privilege being here. Mexico close it out 10-15, 15-9, 11-2.
Mexico defending their title from 2016 as the world champions in doubles. Alvaro Beltran and Daniel de Rosa with a nice long hug there celebrating their win. Thank you all for watching the IRF World Championships of Racquetball in Costa Rica. Thank you to the Costa Rican Racquetball Association. Fantastic performances from every single athlete partaking in this event this week. I'm Laura McCormick, and thank you, Tim Baghurst, for joining me.